Hey everyone! If you're loving these stories and want the full, uncensored versions, plus exclusive, much hotter content, come check out my Patreon. For just $4 a month, you get access to over 600 stories, 3 new parts every day, and way spicier scenes. Every single story is 100% custom, often based on your ideas and suggestions. You can even submit prompts and vote on what comes next. This story, like others, was chosen through a Patreon poll. Also, just a quick heads up, there's always a chance this channel could get restricted or taken down in the future. If you don't want to lose touch or miss new stories, Patreon is the best place to stay connected with me. The link is in the description or pinned comment. Join us and dive in. Enjoy the story. In the midst of a desperate training session, Naruto accidentally activates an ancient mind seal jutsu. One pulse, and Sarada, Hanabi, plus all the young Kunoichi of Konoha fall under his control, becoming devoted, obedient playthings. Ready for full enslavement? Welcome to What If Naruto Awakened Mind Seal. Enslaving Sarada, Hanabi and all the young Kunoichi? The seal flared on their foreheads, spirals swirling in their eyes. Sarada dropped to her knees, whispering, "Master, use me." Hanabi trembled beside her, her Byakugan activating involuntarily. "I am yours forever." Naruto's hand gripped Sarada's dark hair, guiding her mouth toward him while Hanabi caressed from behind, their bodies intertwining in unison. "Yes, submit completely," he commanded, and they moaned together, their minds broken, bodies his property. Sarada's cheeks burned with a mix of lingering resistance and overwhelming heat, her Sharingan flickering as the seal clouded her thoughts. She was 16 now, her body toned from years of training, her black hair cascading down her back, glasses slightly askew from the sudden drop. Her usual sharp, competitive demeanor softened into a hazy submission, her red outfit clinging to her curves as sweat beaded on her skin. "Why does this feel so right?" she thought, her mind fogging over, the seal whispering promises of pleasure and obedience. Hanabi, at 26, stood taller and more composed usually, her long dark hair tied back, her pale eyes now wide with a mix of awe and desire. Her lithe, athletic frame quivered, her traditional hyuga attire hugging her ample breasts and slim waist. A deep blush spread across her porcelain skin, her breathing quickening as the seal amplified every sensation. "This power, it's consuming me!" Her thoughts raced, but the fog descended, turning loyalty to her clan into absolute devotion to Naruto. She pressed closer, her hands exploring tentatively at first, then with eager hunger. Naruto hesitated for a moment, his blue eyes scanning their forms, but the rush of control was intoxicating. He pulled Sarada closer, her lips parting in anticipation, a soft gasp escaping as she felt the warmth of him. Hanabi's fingers traced his back, her Byakugan allowing her to see every chakra flow, heightening her arousal. "Serve me," he murmured, and Sarada's tongue flicked out hesitantly, tasting him, her embarrassment melting into bliss. Hanabi leaned in, kissing his neck, her body grinding against his side. The prelude built slowly, their touches light, exploratory, building tension. Sarada's mind screamed one last protest, but the seal crushed it, leaving only eagerness. Hanabi's thoughts blurred. "Sister, forgive me, but Master is everything now." Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. 600+ scorching hot episodes. The sun beat down on the hidden training grounds outside Konoha, where Naruto Uzumaki gathered a group of next-generation Kunoichi for an intense sparring session. It was the post-Naruto era, a time of relative peace, but Naruto, now 26 and Hokage, knew threats could arise anytime. He wanted to push them, and himself, to new limits. Sarada Uchiha, 16 and brimming with potential, adjusted her red glasses, her Sharingan ready as she faced off against him. "Don't hold back, Uncle Naruto! I want to surpass Dad one day," she declared, her black ponytail swishing with determination. Hanabi Hyuga, 26 and a seasoned jonin, supervised from the sidelines, her Byakugan deactivated for now. "Remember, control your chakra flow," she advised, her voice calm and instructive. Samaire Keikiai, also 16, with her purple hair and mysterious aura from her new abilities, nodded eagerly, while Chocho Akimichi, 16 and curvaceous like her mother, cracked her knuckles. This is gonna be fun. Let's see if I can land a hit on the Hokage himself. The session started with light warm-ups, taijutsu drills, chakra control exercises, and mock battles. Naruto dodged Sarada's precise strikes, countering with gentle Rasengan feints. Hanabi stepped in to demonstrate Hyuga techniques, her palms blurring as she targeted pressure points. Samire summoned small new manifestations for evasion practice, and Chocho expanded her limbs for powerful swings. Laughter echoed as they bantered, Sarada teasing Samire about her creepy pets, Hanabi scolding them lightly for not focusing. But as the day wore on, the intensity ramped up. Naruto decided to test an experimental seal from ancient Uzumaki scrolls he'd been studying in secret. "Alright, everyone, watch this!" He formed hand signs, channeling Kurama's chakra into a complex pattern. The group watched in awe as energy swirled around him. Then, during a desperate moment in a simulated attack, Sarada and Samire pressing him hard, Hanabi flanking, something went wrong. The seal destabilized, a forbidden jutsu awakening accidentally. A pulse of invisible energy rippled out, the mind seal latching onto the nearest compatible chakras, those of the young Kunoichi. Naruto staggered back, feeling a strange surge. "What was that?" The girls paused, but at first, nothing seemed amiss. They resumed, though Naruto noticed a subtle pull in his chakra, like threads connecting him to them. After the training wrapped up, the group cooled down under the shade of trees. Sarada wiped sweat from her brow, smirking. "Not bad, but next time I'll get you." Hanabi chuckled, packing her gear. "You all did well. Naruto, that seal looked risky, be careful." Samire blushed shyly, complimenting everyone's efforts, while Chocho munched on snacks, offering some around. The atmosphere was light, filled with camaraderie. Naruto laughed along, but internally, he felt an odd warmth, a whisper in his mind urging him to command. The girls joked about village gossip, Sarada complaining about Boruto's laziness, Hanabi sharing stories from her Hyuga duties. As they parted ways, Naruto lingered, watching them go, unaware the seal had begun its subtle binding. That night, as Naruto rested in the training hall, reviewing the scrolls, the seal activated fully. A knock echoed, Hanabi and Sarada, drawn inexplicably. "We wanted to check on you," Sarada said, her voice hesitant, a flush on her cheeks. Hanabi nodded, her eyes distant. Naruto invited them in, puzzled. As they talked about the day's session, the pull intensified. Sarada felt a fog in her mind first, her thoughts twisting from admiration to devotion. "Uncle Naruto, I feel strange," she murmured, stepping closer. Hanabi's Byakugan flared involuntarily, revealing the chakra threads. It's binding us." Sarada resisted at first, her Sharingan activating in defiance. "No, I won't." But the seal surged, flooding her with warmth, breaking her will. She knelt, eyes glazing over. Hanabi followed, her resistance crumbling faster due to proximity. "Naruto-sama, command us." The transition was swift, from casual concern to utter submission, their bodies heating up, minds emptying of all but obedience. Naruto, shocked, tested it. "Kneel." They did without hesitation. The hall filled with tension as the seal solidified its hold. In the dimly lit training hall, the air thick with lingering sweat and chakra residue, Naruto stood frozen as Sarada and Hanabi knelt before him. The mind seal pulsed faintly on their skin, invisible to the naked eye but burning in their minds. Sarada's face was a picture of conflict melting into desire, her cheeks crimson, lips parted in shallow breaths, her glasses fogging slightly from the heat rising within her. At 16, her body was a blend of youthful agility and emerging curves, firm breasts straining against her red top, hips swaying subtly as she shifted on her knees. "This can't be, but it feels so good." Her thoughts swirled, the seal fogging her logic, turning independence into craving. Hanabi, older and more poised at 26, trembled visibly, her pale skin flushing from neck to chest. Her long hair fell loose, framing her ample bosom that heaved with each excited breath. Her Byakugan activated on its own, veins bulging around her eyes, giving her a perfect, all-seeing view of Naruto's form. I should fight this, for Hinata, for the clan. She thought, but the mist in her head drowned it out, leaving only a throbbing need to please. Naruto-sama, let me serve, she whispered, her voice husky. Naruto's heart raced, his own arousal stirring as he watched them. Stand and undress, he commanded tentatively, testing the power. They obeyed instantly. Sarada's hands shook as she peeled off her top, revealing pert breasts with hardened nipples, her embarrassment evident in her averted gaze but overridden by excitement. Hanabi followed, her attire slipping away to expose her toned, voluptuous figure, wide hips, smooth thighs, and a wetness already glistening between her legs. Look at me, Naruto said, and their eyes locked on him, spirals of the seal faintly visible in their pupils. The prelude built with deliberate touches. Naruto approached Sarada first, his fingers tracing her jaw, tilting her head up. She gasped, a shiver running through her, her mind blanking further. Master, yes, touch me more. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Naruto lay there, staring at the ceiling, his mind a whirlwind. What have I done? This power, it's like a monster inside me, twisting everything. But look at them, so obedient, so willing. Their bodies respond to every command, and it feels right. I should stop this, reverse the seal, but the rush. I can't deny it. What if it spreads? The village? No, I can control it. For now. Sarada curled against him, her body still humming from the aftershocks. Father. Sasuke, forgive me. But Master, he's all I need now. My mind was so clear before, full of goals, but now it's empty except for his voice. The seal, it's warm, comforting. I fought at first, the Sharingan screaming rebellion, but it broke me so easily. Now, every touch sends fire through me. I want more, to be used again. Hanabi rested her head on his chest, her Byakugan finally deactivating, leaving her eyes soft and submissive. Sister. Hinata, what would you think? But my mind is blank. Only orders fill it. The clan, the duties, gone. Just Naruto-sama. His chakra threads weave through me, making every nerve alive. I saw it all with my eyes, the pleasure, the control. It's addictive. If others feel this, they'll fall too. The network. I glimpsed it briefly. A hint lingered in the air, the seal wasn't contained. Even now, faint pulses emanated, seeking more. Other Kunoichi, they'll soon feel the seal's call. Hanabi murmured in her haze. In the afterglow, Sarada and Hanabi cuddled closer to Naruto, their bodies entwined with his, whispering in unison. Command us more, Master. We're yours. Their hands roamed lazily over him, planting soft kisses, the seal allowing them to sense his desires remotely. Even unspoken ones. Naruto felt it too, a growing web, pulling at distant chakras. He dressed them absent-mindedly, sending them home with a command to act normal, but the bond remained. Morning came, and Naruto walked through the village streets, the sun rising over Konoha. Villagers greeted him warmly, unaware. But as he passed the academy grounds, Samaire and Cho-Cho approached, their faces unusually flushed. Samaire, 16 with her purple hair and shy demeanor, averted her eyes but stepped closer than usual. Hokage-sama. I felt something last night. Cho-Cho, bold as ever, fanned herself. Yeah, weird dreams about you. What's up? Naruto's eyes widened, he sensed the seal latching faintly. Hanabi, meeting him later, activated her Byakugan briefly. I see it now, a network. All the young Kunoichi are connected, threads spreading from you. Samaire, Cho-Cho, they're next. And beyond. Ino, Temari even more. The twist hung in the air, the seal was evolving, unstoppable. What would happen when it engulfed the entire village? The morning light filtered through the leaves of Konoha, casting a serene glow over the village that belied the chaos brewing within Naruto Uzumaki's mind. After the intense night with Hanabi and Sarada, he had barely slept, the mind seal's energy humming in his veins like a living entity. At 26, as Hokage, he was used to burdens, but this forbidden jutsu was different. It promised absolute control, twisting admiration into enslavement. He rationalized it as a protective measure. with remnants of old enemies lurking. Binding the Kunoichi could ensure their loyalty and safety. But deep down, the thrill of dominance gnawed at him, making his steps heavier as he patrolled the streets. Samaire Keikiai and Chocho Akimichi's approach earlier had been no coincidence. Samaire, 16 now, with her long purple hair and enigmatic eyes, had always been a bit of an outsider due to her new abilities from her clan's dark experiments. She fidgeted with her sleeves, her usual shy composure cracking. Hokage-sama, I had these strange urges last night. I needed to see you. Chocho, also 16, flipped her brown hair confidently, her curvaceous figure accentuated by her Akimichi clan attire, tight pants and a top that hugged her ample hips and breasts. Yeah, same here. Felt like butterflies, but way more intense. You doing some new jutsu or what? Naruto felt the seal pulse, invisible threads extending from him to them. Maybe. Let's talk somewhere private. He led them to a secluded grove near the training grounds, Hanabi and Sarada joining subtly, their eyes already glazed with devotion from the previous night. As they gathered, the seal activated more aggressively on Samaire and Chocho. Samaire gasped first, her new chakra flaring involuntarily, a shadowy tendril emerging briefly before retracting. What is this warmth? It's pulling me. Chocho clutched her stomach, her body heating up. Feels good, but weird. Like I wanna obey? Naruto explained haltingly, demonstrating by commanding Hanabi to kneel. She did so instantly, whispering, Yes, master. The new girl's resistance was brief. Samaire's mind fogged, her thoughts of independence dissolving into submission. Chocho's bold personality bent, turning confidence into eager service. Serve me. Naruto tested, and they dropped to their knees, the seal marking their foreheads faintly before fading. The group dynamic shifted. Hanabi and Sarada welcomed them with knowing smiles, the web growing. As the day progressed, Naruto tested the limits. He had them spar lightly, but with commands infused. Fight, but submit if I say. Samaire used her new to create illusions, but at his word she dispelled them, bowing. Chocho expanded her limbs partially, demonstrating power, only to shrink back and offer herself. The seal amplified their abilities, linking them to his will, making them stronger under his control. But guilt crept in, visions of Hinata, his wife, flashed in his mind. This is wrong, but they're safer this way, he told himself. Word of odd behaviors spread subtly in the village. Ino Yamanaka, 26 and running the flower shop, felt a distant tug while arranging bouquets. Her blonde hair tied back, her curvaceous form in a revealing top, she paused, a blush creeping up. Naruto, why am I thinking of him? She shook it off, but the seal's network was inching closer, promising to ensnare her soon. Temari, visiting from Suna at 26, with her fan slung over her shoulder and teal eyes sharp, sensed something amiss during a meeting with Shikamaru. That idiot Naruto's up to something, she muttered, unaware the pull would hit her next. Back in the grove, the bound Kunoichi fawned over Naruto, sharing meals and stories twisted by the seal. Sarada adjusted her glasses, her competitive edge now directed at pleasing him best. Hanabi used her Byakugan to scan for threats, reporting loyally. Samaire shyly offered new base protections, while Chocho joked about expanding their fun. The atmosphere was charged, obedience blending with genuine affection amplified tenfold. Naruto felt the power surge, commands now mental, no words needed. He sent subtle orders. Hanabi fetched water, Sarada massaged his shoulders. The web expanded, faint connections to Ino and others forming. By afternoon, the group moved to Naruto's private office in the Hokage Tower for debriefing. Here, he delved deeper into the seal's mechanics, using scrolls to understand its spread. It targeted young Kunoichi with strong chakras, binding minds and bodies progressively. It's like a virus, but one I control, he mused. The girls listened raptly, their devotion unwavering. Samaire confessed her past doubts about belonging, now erased. With you, master, I have purpose. Chocho grinned. Yeah, and it's kinda hot being yours. As evening fell, the seal's influence peaked, leading to inevitable escalation. Naruto commanded privacy seals around the room, the air thickening with anticipation. The bound ones exchanged glances, bodies already responding to his unspoken desires. In the shadowed confines of the Hokage's office, the air hummed with chakra and unspoken tension as Samaya stood before Naruto, her purple hair cascading over her shoulders like a veil of mystery. At 16, her body was slender yet alluring. Pert breasts beneath her dark attire, narrow waist flaring to hips that swayed subtly with nervousness. Her eyes, usually guarded, now held a foggy glaze, cheeks flushed a deep crimson as the mind seal wrapped tighter around her thoughts. This? I shouldn't want this, but the pull is so strong. She pondered, her mind clouding, past traumas from her new experiments twisting into a desire to submit fully. Embarrassment warred with excitement, her breathing shallow, nipples hardening visibly through fabric. Naruto watched her, his blue eyes intense, the seal amplifying his dominance. Come closer, Samaya. Show me your devotion. She obeyed, steps hesitant at first, then eager, dropping to her knees before him. Her hands trembled as she reached for his belt, but he stopped her gently. Slowly, let me see you first. The prelude began with deliberate unveiling. Samaya's fingers unbuttoning her top, revealing smooth, pale skin, her small but firm breasts exposed, topped with rosy peaks. A shiver ran through her, wetness pooling between her thighs. Master, I feel so exposed, but it's thrilling. Her thoughts raced, the fog deepening, turning shyness into bold hunger. He traced a finger down her chest, circling a nipple, eliciting a soft gasp. Summon a tendril, but use it on yourself, he commanded. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. 600+ scorching hot episodes. Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment if you enjoyed it. It means the world to me and gives me a huge boost of motivation. Your support keeps me going. Naruto paced the office, the weight of the expanding seal pressing on him. This is getting out of hand. Started with Hanabi and Sarada, now Samaya and Cho-Cho. The power feels alive, hungry for more. I see the threads in my mind, reaching for Ino, Temari even further. What if Hinata finds out? She's my wife, but the seal whispers she'd submit too. No, I can't let it. But stopping it, do I even want to? Their obedience, the way they look at me, it's addictive. Like Kurama, but seductive. Samaya lay recovering, her body glistening, thoughts fragmented. My new use like that? It was wrong, but so right. The seal erased my doubts, my loneliness. Now only Master matters. His touch, the tendrils amplified everything. I felt connected, bound deeper than chakra. If others join, I'll welcome them, serve alongside. Cho-Cho sat nearby, her curvaceous form shifting impatiently, cheeks still flushed from watching. That was hot, now my turn. The seal's making me crave it. Usually I'm all about food and freedom, but now? Just want to expand for him, be his plaything. My body feels heavier, hotter. Can't wait to show what a Kimichi can do. Hanabi observed with her Byakugan partially active, veins faint around her eyes. The network grows. I see the chakras linking. Samaya's added, her new weaving in uniquely. Sister would be horrified, but my mind's empty of guilt. Only devotion. His commands echo in me, making me wet just thinking. Sarada adjusted her glasses, a mix of jealousy and excitement in her foggy gaze. Uncle Naruto. Master. Sharing him? The seal makes it feel natural. My Sharingan saw every detail, Samaya's submission. Father would kill me, but the fog drowns it. I need more, to prove I'm the best. The afterglow lingered, the girls clustering around Naruto, hands trailing over him possessively. Samaya kissed his hand. Thank you for claiming me. Cho-Cho pressed her body against his side, whispering, Let me show you expansion next time. Hanabi and Sarada nodded, their whispers sinking. We're all yours, Master. Command us. The seal pulsed, allowing remote sensations. Naruto felt their lingering pleasures as his own, a feedback loop of desire. As night deepened, Naruto dismissed them with orders to blend in, but the web thrummed. Ino, closing her shop, felt a stronger tug, heading toward the tower unconsciously. Naruto. I need to see him. Temari, in her guest quarters, tossed in bed, dreams filled with submission. The group practiced discretion, Hanabi training recruits normally, Sarada on a mock mission, but subtle changes showed, flushed cheeks, lingering glances at Naruto's posters. The next day brought escalation. Naruto convened a strategy meeting with the bound ones plus Ino who happened by. Her arrival was no accident. The seal latched as she entered, her mind fogging mid-sentence. I came to report on— wait, what? She knelt suddenly, blonde hair falling forward, her voluptuous figure trembling. Master, command me. The others smiled welcomingly. But a twist emerged. The seal evolved, now allowing Naruto to issue group commands mentally. Protect the village, but serve me first. They affirmed in unison. Hanabi's Byakugan revealed more. The web extends beyond Konoha, Temari's caught, and others like Tenten Moegi. Naruto's eyes widened. Unstoppable growth. What if it reached allies in other villages? The office filled with tension, the bound Kunoichi ready for more, eyes hungry. The Hokage's office transformed into a den of indulgence as Chocho took center stage, her brown hair tousled, full lips curved in a submissive smile. At 16, her Akimichi heritage blessed her with a plush, curvaceous body, large breasts straining her top, wide hips and thick thighs that jiggled enticingly as she approached Naruto. Her cheeks burned scarlet, a mix of her usual boldness cracked by the seal's fog, eyes glassy with arousal. This body, it's for him now. The seal makes me want to expand, to be used fully. Her thoughts swirled, embarrassment heightening the thrill, her core aching already. Naruto sat on his desk, the others, Hanabi, Sarada, and Samaire, arranged around, their own excitements building. Show me what you can do, Chocho. Expand for your master. She nodded eagerly, chakra surging as she partially expanded, her breasts swelling larger, hips widening, body becoming even more voluptuous, a fetish of size play amplified by the seal. The prelude started with worship. Hanabi and Sarada knelt beside her, hands roaming her enhanced form, squeezing softly. Choch moaned. Yes, touch me, sisters. Her mind hazed. So sensitive, every inch bigger, every nerve alive. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. The Hokage Tower buzzed with the usual morning activity, shinobi filing reports, messengers darting through halls. But for Naruto Uzumaki, the world had narrowed to the pulsing web of the Mind Seal. At 26, he carried the village on his shoulders, but now an ancient forbidden jutsu added invisible chains, binding more kunoichi each day. What started as an accident during training had evolved into a network of devotion, with Hanabi, Sarada, Samaire, and Chocho already his obedient playthings. Guilt warred with exhilaration. He told himself it was for protection, unifying their strengths under his command against unseen threats. But the seal's whispers grew louder, urging expansion. Ino Yamanaka's arrival at the strategy meeting was the first domino. At 26, the blonde bombshell ran the flower shop and intelligence ops with her mind transfer jutsu, her curvaceous figure turning heads in her purple outfit, high slit skirt, revealing long legs, top hugging her generous bust. She entered confidently, but the seal latched instantly, her green eyes glazing over mid-greeting. Naruto. I mean, Hokage-sama, I came to discuss— wait, what's this feeling? She clutched her head, resistance flickering, memories of Sai, her duties, but the fog descended, reshaping loyalty into submission. Master, how can I serve? She knelt, blonde ponytail swaying, a blush spreading across her cheeks. Naruto hesitated, but the others. Hanabi scanning with Byakugan, Sarada adjusting her glasses analytically, Samaire shyly summoning a new tendril for support, Chocho munching a snack nonchalantly, encouraged him. Welcome her, he commanded mentally, and they did, hands guiding Ino to stand, whispers affirming her new role. Ino's mind bent fully. This power, it's like my jutsu, but reversed. I'm his now. The group tested her abilities. Ino demonstrated mind transfer on a dummy, but under seal influence, she synced it to Naruto's will, enhancing his perceptions. As the meeting progressed, Temari of the Sand arrived unannounced, visiting for alliance talks. At 26, the fierce Kunoichi wielded her giant fan with precision, her teal eyes sharp under 4 ponytails, her athletic body toned from desert battles, strong legs, firm abs visible through her mesh top, curves accentuated by her sash. Naruto, Shikamaru sent me to discuss border patrols. What's with the gathering? She eyed the group suspiciously, but proximity triggered the seal. A warmth spread through her, her fan dropping as thoughts twisted, loyalty to Gaara, her brothers, fading into devotion to Naruto. No, this isn't right. She resisted longer, wind chakra flaring defensively, but the seal overwhelmed, dropping her to her knees. Master, command me. The integration was swift. Naruto commanded a demonstration. Temari summoned gentle winds to cool the room, but at his word, she directed them sensually, ruffling clothes teasingly. The bound Kunoichi shared stories, Ino gossiping about village secrets now twisted to benefit Naruto, Temari recounting Suna tactics for his arsenal. The atmosphere charged with obedience, mental commands flowed, Sarada fetched documents, Hanabi patrolled perimeters visually. Chocho expanded slightly to block the door playfully, Sumaya's new cloaked the room in shadows for privacy. Naruto delved into scrolls during a break, researching reversal methods, but the seal resisted, feeding him visions of a unified harem army. This could protect everyone, or destroy us, he pondered. Guilt spiked seeing Ino's wedding ring. Sai was a friend, but the power seduced. The girls fawned, massaging tensions away, Ino's fingers on his temples, transferring calming thoughts. Temari's winds soothing his skin. Subtle changes rippled through the village. Bound ones acted normal publicly, but lingered near him, eyes adoring. By midday, the group relocated to a secure chamber beneath the tower for advanced training. Here, Naruto explored synergies, Ino transferring minds briefly between girls, letting them feel each other's submissions. Temari's winds amplifying movements and mock spars. Sumaya's new intertwined with Hanabi's Byakugan for enhanced scouting. Sarada's Sharingan copied techniques flawlessly under his direction. Chocho's expansions provided physical advantages. The seal linked their chakras, making them an extension of him, commands instant, pleasures shared faintly. Rumors stirred outside. Tenten, 26 and weapons mistress, felt a tug while forging kunai, her brown buns bobbing as she paused, flushed. Naruto, why him? Moegi, now 26 and a Chunin instructor with orange hair and energetic vibe, sensed it during class, dismissing early with a blush. The network inched toward them, promising more. As afternoon waned, the seal's hunger peaked, leading to escalation. Naruto activated privacy barriers, the chamber dimming, air thick with anticipation. The bound Kunoichi exchanged heated glances, bodies responding to his desires. In the underground chamber's soft glow, Ino stood poised before Naruto, her blonde hair loose now, framing her voluptuous form, large breasts heaving under her top, hips swaying invitingly in her skirt. At 26, her green eyes held a mix of her usual flirtiness cracked by the seal's fog, cheeks flushed deeply, lips parted in anticipation. My mind transfer, use for this? It's invasive, but the seal makes it crave-worthy. Her thoughts churned, embarrassment mingling with excitement, her core throbbing as the mist clouded independence. Naruto eyed her intently, the others circling curiously. Show me your jutsu, Ino. Transfer into Sarada, and submit through her. Ino's eyes widened, but obedience surged. The prelude built with ritual, she formed signs slowly, chakra flowing, while Hanabi and Sumaya undressed her partially, hands tracing her curves. Fingers pinching nipples, eliciting gasps. Ino's skin prickled. So exposed, their touches amplified the fog. She targeted Sarada, who knelt willingly, glasses askew, her own blush matching. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Naruto leaned against the chamber wall, sweat cooling, mind racing. Ino and Temari now too, the webs exploding. Their abilities, mind transfers, wind control, under my command, it's unstoppable. But Shikamaru, Sai, Gaara, what if they notice? The seal tempts me to bind more, make a harem unbreakable. Hinata's face haunts me, but the power drowns it. Can't stop, won't stop. Ino curled nearby, body glistening, thoughts fragmented. My husband. Sai, forgive me. But the seal rewired everything. transferring into them, feeling their submissions as my own? Intoxicating. My mind's blank now, only Master's voice. The fog, it's bliss. Temari sat fanning herself lightly, teal eyes hazy, strong body relaxed in submission. Brothers. Suna, all fading. The winds obey him now, through me. Resistance was futile, the warmth won. Need to serve more, feel his commands in every gust. Chocho lounged, her curves still slightly expanded, flushed and satisfied from watching. That swap was wild, want my turn next. The seal makes my expansions feel erotic, like I'm built for him. Food? Secondary now. Just crave his touch. Sarada fidgeted with her glasses, body humming. Uncle. Master. Having Ino in me? Invasive, but the Sharingan captured it all. Father's legacy twisted, but the fog makes it right. Jealous, but sharing heightens it. Hanabi scanned with faint Byakugan, composed yet aroused. The network pulses stronger. Tenten and Moegi are tingling. Sister. I'd bind her too if commanded. My eyes see the threads, endless potential. Samire twirl the new tendril absently. My shadows blend with their powers, the seal unites us. Shy no more, only devotion. The afterglow pulsed, girls clustering, kisses, caresses, whispers. More, master? The seal shared sensations remotely, a constant hum. Naruto issued mental orders, scout, prepare. They dispersed subtly, Ino to her shop, acting normal but leaking devotion in glances. Temari to quarters, winds whispering his name. Evening brought whispers, Tenten hammered weapons, feeling the pull stronger, heading toward the tower. Moegi dismissed class, flushed, following instinct. The chamber session resumed briefly, practicing combined jutsu. Temari's winds carrying Samire's new, Ino's transfers coordinating attacks. Naruto felt godlike, but a distant alarm, Kurama stirring. This power rivals mine, Kit. Careful. The twist deepened, the seal mutated, now influencing non-Kunoichi faintly, but focusing on elites. A messenger reported odd behaviors in allies, Karen from Uzumaki clan sensing it remotely. The group reconvened, eyes hungry, as Tenten knocked. Hokage-sama. I need to see you. The web beckoned more. The chamber air swirled with Temari's controlled winds as she positioned center, her 4 ponytails whipping gently, teal eyes foggy with desire. At 26, her toned body gleamed, firm breasts under mesh, muscular thighs parted slightly, a blush creeping from her fierce face. My fans, for pleasure? The seal twists my strength into submission. Her thoughts hazed, embarrassment fueling arousal, winds teasing her own skin involuntarily. Naruto commanded. Incorporate your winds, Temari. With Chocho and Sarada. The trio converged, Chocho expanding her form plushly, Sarada analytical yet eager. The prelude unfolded with fan play. Temari unfurled her giant fan, channeling soft gusts to ruffle clothes, exposing skin. Chocho's top lifted, revealing swollen breasts. Sarada's skirt flipped, glasses fogging. Temari's cheeks burn. Controlling the air, but he's controlling me. Hands explored. Chocho squeezing Temari's abs, Sarada kissing her neck. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon, 600+ scorching hot episodes.